All right, so we're going to move on to multiplying and dividing integers, okay? So we spent a lot of time learning how to add our integers, and now we're going to multiply them. But these diamond problems are going to make us do both. So this is what I really enjoy teaching to get you guys ready to handle all the algebra we're going to be doing. So multiplication, when you have a negative times a negative, it always equals a positive. And the kids don't understand why, and I don't want to waste your time explaining why a negative times a negative equals a positive, but I can show you on the calculator, okay? So, but if you have a negative times a positive, now that is equal to a negative, and it doesn't matter what sign is bigger. Remember when we were adding, we wanted to keep the sign of the bigger number? You don't think about that when you're multiplying. So the kids get confused with multiplying and adding all the time. And so, look, 4 is bigger, but it's still negative. 3 is smaller, still negative. So both of these math problems give you negative 12. I hope that makes sense. And then division has the same rules. A negative divided by a positive is a negative, and a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I hope that made sense. Let me show you on the calculator, just so you guys don't think I'm lying. Okay, so I just wanted to go over multiplying two negatives and adding two negatives. So there it is. Negative 3 times negative 4 is 12, and negative 3 plus negative 4 is negative 7. These are the most important things for me to get the kids to understand so that they can multiply and add their negatives for these diamond problems. Okay? Okay, so here are the problems I put on the board. Negative 3 times 4, 3 times negative 4. They both give you negative 12. And then I got the division there. And with this calculator, when I type in division, it does make it look like a fraction, which is another thing that kids don't understand, that division and fractions are pretty much the same math. So I hope that made sense. So let's take a look at these diamond problems. Okay, so I call them diamond problems, but I'm only going to make one diamond. I get rid of the outside part. So these are diamond problems. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to remember how to multiply these two numbers. So multiplying negative 3 times 4, when you multiply up, you get negative 12. But when you add negative 3 plus 4, you need to remember that you're going to subtract. This is really 4 minus 3. And then you keep the sign of the bigger number. So the answer is 1. And you just did your first diamond problem. Now, please listen to what I just said. Rewind it so that you can understand it, and then it'll get easier. But if you guys don't rewind it, you're like, what the heck's he doing here? I took these two numbers, I multiplied them. I took the same two numbers, and I added them. And you can check on the calculator. Ooh, let's do that. Okay, so here it is on the calculator. Negative 3 times 4, negative 12. Negative 3 plus 4, positive 1. So we got our diamond problem set up and completed. So here I got negative 3 times negative 4, which is 12, and negative 3 plus negative 4, which is negative 7. And I'm not going to show you on the calculator. Please get your own calculator and see that you got it right. All right, now here we got two different numbers. We want to multiply them and put them in this part. And we want to add them and put them in this part. And so multiplying negative 7 times 10 is negative 70. And negative 7 plus 10 is positive 3. And we've completed that problem. Negative 4 times negative 8 is 32. And negative 4 plus negative 8 is negative 12. Now, you guys can practice at home by making up your own problems. So that's what I got over here. Let me scoot the computer. All right, so just have your parents, or maybe you can just make them up and you just pick some numbers. Maybe ask your little brother, give me a positive number. And your brother says 6. And then you ask your other sister, give me a number, and she says negative 7. And now you just made up your own diamond problems. And you guys can check them on the calculator if you don't know if you got it right. And so let's make up two more numbers. Let's make up negative 10 and negative 5. And now you guys are making up your own diamond problems and you're practicing. Practice makes perfect. If you guys practice, you will feel smart. And then you can help your other friends in your classroom understand how to do these diamond problems. So multiplying, well, let me get a different color. 6 times -7, -42. And 6 plus -7, -1. That's how you do it. Here, multiply a negative times a negative, positive, and a negative plus a negative, -50. And now you guys can practice them, and I can get you guys leveled up. So I hope that video helped you guys remember how to multiply and add, and that these diamond problems are making sense because they're going to be really powerful as you guys move on to high school. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go Mustangs.